UiPath, ticker symbols, PATH. This stock may have a significant discrepancy between its market reputation and its actual performance. Further explanation follows.
Okay, let's unpack this because I am honestly a bit baffled.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at the era of agentic AI, right? We have these autonomous coding agents that can just write entire software programs in like seconds.
Right.
So isn't legacy RPA, robotic process automation, just completely dead? Like, why are we even doing a deep dive into UiPath today? I feel like we're studying a dinosaur.
Well, it's a totally fair question. And frankly, a massive portion of the market shares your exact skepticism right now.
I mean, how could you not?
Exactly. But what's fascinating here is that the market is entirely blind to the real war happening in Silicon Valley right now.
Okay.
Because it's no longer an AI performance issue. The real crisis, and you're probably seeing this in your own company if you look at the budgets, is the AI cost explosion.
Wait, the cost explosion? Yeah. And UiPath is actually emerging not as like a victim of AI, but as the ultimate economic savior. They're the enterprise execution layer that is benefiting the most from AI adoption.
Okay, I am going to need a lot of convincing on that one.
I figured.
Because to understand how they survive this, we first have to figure out why AI just can't do UiPath's job on its own.
Right.
Because if you look at these pure play AI agents or these new startups, they have this raw, incredible intelligence, right? Can't they just replicate corporate workflows on the fly? I mean, isn't an LLM basically just the super smart intern who can figure out any task you throw at them?
Let's actually build on that super smart intern analogy because it is perfect.
Okay.
So you take that brilliant intern and you drop them into the finance department of a Fortune 500 company.
Yeah.
Yes, they are incredibly smart, but they're also prone to hallucinating facts.
Yeah, that's true.
They don't know the rigid quirks of a 20-year-old legacy system. And that brings in the cold reality of enterprise infrastructure, like SAP, Oracle, legacy mainframes.
The stuff that actually runs the world.
Exactly. And in those systems, there is zero room for creative interpretation. AI models are inherently non-deterministic, but enterprise execution, it requires absolute deterministic execution, like 1 + 1 must absolutely unequivocally equal 2.
Every single time.
Every time. And that deterministic framework is a mandatory guardrail for hallucination-prone AI.
So the AI acts as the creative brain, but it needs strict rule-following hands to actually type the numbers in.
Right, and you can't just replicate those hands overnight. UiPath has this massive, irreplicable moat. We're talking over 10,860 enterprise customers, plus 20 years of historical workflow data.
Wait, 20 years of data on how legacy systems break.
Exactly. And we have independent technical validation of this. If you look at the OSWorld benchmark.
I have that in my notes. OSWorld is like the global gold standard for measuring how well AI agents actually perform complex tasks across real computer operating systems.
Right, and the #1 globally ranked agent for real-world effectiveness across those systems. It isn't a standalone AI tool. It's UiPath's screen agent.
Wow.
Yeah, which is actually powered by Claude Opus 4.5.
Yeah.
They took a frontier AI model and wrapped it in their deterministic execution layer.
That's wild.
Let me give you a real-world example from the sources. Look at KUKAG. They are one of the world's largest industrial robot manufacturers.
Like the giant robot arms in car factories.
Yeah, exactly those.
Yeah.
They use UiPath software robots to automate 95% of their internal spare parts ordering.
Wait, so the company that makes physical robots?
Uses software robots to manage them.
That is profound irony right there.
It really is.
Okay, I see the structural moat now. The super smart intern needs adult supervision. But having established that moat, are the leaders actually capable of navigating this shift? Because big tech is breathing down their necks. Won't Microsoft just bundle UiPath out of existence with Copilot?
Well, what's fascinating here is that when you look at their leadership, what the industry calls the powerhouse trio, they're actively surfing this AI wave, not fighting it.
Okay, who's the trio?
First, you have Daniel Dines, the CEO and founder. He's pushing this massive vision of agentic automation.
Right, I've seen him talk about this. His argument is that coding agents aren't substitutes for UiPath, they're pipeline generators. Like, if AI writes more code, you need more automation to manage it all.
Exactly. But to your point about Microsoft, this is crucial. The second person in the trio is Raghu Malpani, the CPTO.
He joined recently, right?
April 2024. And he is a former Microsoft and Meta veteran. He literally integrated LLMs into Microsoft 365 Copilot.
Wait, really? He built the competitor's product?
He built it. He knows big tech's exact architectural limitations. He intimately knows their AI cost bottlenecks. And his joining perfectly coincided with UiPath's AI strategy.
So he holds the blueprints to the Microsoft Fortress.
Yeah, absolutely. And the third is Ashim Gupta, the CFO and COO. He's customer zero. He was the CIO at GE, deployed UiPath there, and achieved a 70% reduction in finance operations costs.
A 70% reduction
Yeah.
at GE.
Yeah. He intimately understands Fortune 500 ROI.
Okay, so you have the visionary, the ex-Microsoft architect, and the CFO who knows how to sell it to other executives. But let's crush this Microsoft bear thesis. Does Microsoft just copy them?
No, because they don't want to do the messy back-end plumbing.
Hmm.
The integration timeline proves this. It's a peer relationship, not hierarchical.
Oh, so?
In April 2025, they did bidirectional integration with Copilot Studio. But the big one was September 2025. Azure AI Foundry integration via MCP.
The Model Context Protocol.
Right. Microsoft is just the front-end feeder. The Copilot Assistant takes the user's request, and UiPath handles the messy cross-system back-end execution.
That makes a lot of sense. So they're coworkers, not a boss and a subordinate.
Exactly.
Right, I get the tech, I get the team, but I still need the macro catalyst. If everyone is using AI for everything, aren't enterprise budgets just going to completely break?
That is the climax of this whole thesis. Let's look at the real-world 2026 data. Microsoft actually scaled back Claude Code internally due to surging costs.
Wait, Microsoft scaled back?
Yeah, internally. And Uber, they burned through their entire 2026 AI coding budget in just 4 months.
In 4 months.
4 months, because Agentic AI and the RAG context tax, that's retrieval augmented generation, they consume 3 to 5 times more tokens than simple chatbots.
Right, because every time you ask the AI to do a complex workflow, you have to feed it the entire company manual again and again, which inflates the token compute cost.
Exactly. It's astronomical. So
Right.
here's the hybrid savior scenario. You put the AI flow into the path bag.
Put it in the path bag. I like that. How does it work?
UiPath's RPA handles all the rule-based tasks,
Wow.
the logins, navigating legacy screens, data collection, and it does all of that for 0 token cost.
Oh, wow.
Then the expensive AI is only called exactly once for the actual cognitive judgment.
Here's where it gets really interesting.
Hi.
Is this fundamentally an AI bottleneck issue?
What do you mean?
Like, could UiPath see a massive popularity surge and a price re-rating similar to Micron or Intel? I mean, Micron exploded because of the hardware bottleneck with high bandwidth memory, right? And Intel exploded in 2026 from sovereign foundry demand. Could this be the same thing?
Exactly. That is exactly what's happening. The bottleneck is shifting from hardware to software orchestration and cost routing.
That's insane.
UiPath's Maestro orchestration layer is literally saving companies millions in wasted tokens. It's completely forcing the market to reassess the value of traditional RPA.
Okay, the fundamental thesis is incredible, but how does this actually translate to the current stock structure? I mean, are we catching the broader market completely off guard here?
Oh, absolutely. Let's break down the explosive Q4 2026 financial metrics.
Let's hear it.
The market claimed UiPath couldn't monetize AI, right? That they were dead.
Yeah, the classic bear case.
Q4 totally disproved this. They hit $200 million in AI products, ARR.
Wait, 200 million just from AI products?
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is about 10.7% of their total ARR, which hit 1.853 billion.
So they are absolutely monetizing the AI wave.
Very much so.
Yeah.
And this creates a massive squeeze setup because the short interest is highly elevated. It's sitting at roughly 28% of the float.
28%. Driven entirely by that false RPA is dead myth.
Entirely. And the short sellers are betting against an absolute fortress of a balance sheet.
Let's talk cash.
They have $1.69 billion in cash.
Wow.
0 debt. And management is executing an incredibly aggressive $500 million share buyback program.
Oh, they're actively buying up the float.
Listen to this. In just 11 days in February 2026, they bought 14.1 million shares.
14 million shares in less than 2 weeks. They know the market is mispricing them.
Exactly. So you have this perfect storm, a structurally shrinking float combined with the enterprise world waking up to the fact that UiPath is their ultimate AI cost control tower.
Which sets the stage for a violent short squeeze the moment they beat future earnings.
Precisely.
So to summarize this for you listening, the wilder, more chaotic, and more expensive the AI energy becomes, the more the enterprise world desperately needs UiPath's control tower to govern, route, and actually execute it cost effectively.
Right. And, this raises an important question to think about.
Yeah.
If AI is actually an accelerant for UiPath's orchestration layer, what does this mean for seat-based SaaS companies? like Salesforce or Adobe.
The ones that charge per human user.
Exactly. Those companies are genuinely threatened by AI agent substitution. In the middle of this whole sauce-apocalypse narrative, who else is the market fundamentally mispricing?
That is a brilliant point. If the AI does the job of 10 humans, you don't need 10 sauce licenses. But you absolutely need the orchestration layer to govern that AI. Well, thank you for joining us on this deep dive. If you're looking at your own company's AI compute cost crisis right now, I highly recommend you consider how your workflows are actually routed. Subscribe, leave your thoughts in the comments, and let us know if you're feeling the cost squeeze too.
We'll see you next time.